talking about love because it is in the air. So, for nearly 19 years, the New York Times love and relationship column, Modern Love, has kept readers enthralled with more than 900 essays from real people revealing the raw and real joys and complexities of romance and relationship. The column is so popular that it inspired 3 books and an Emmy-nominated series. And now, host Anna Martin is unpacking the most powerful love stories from the archives with the people at the center of them in the Modern Love podcast. The new season of the podcast starts today. And in the first episode, Anna has a powerful conversation with a woman who helped her ex-boyfriend recover memories after he was diagnosed with amnesia. Here's a clip. Take a look.
He was concentrating. He was looking, and I could see. It was almost like you could see these little synaptic connections firing in his mind as the memories were coming back. And there were certain people that when he remembered, he would start to cry because it was like that person had not existed a moment before. And then all of a sudden, it's like someone turned a light on and said, there's this person in the world who you love, and they exist now. And that's a beautiful experience to have. Wow.
Fam, please welcome the host of Modern Love, Anna Martin. Congratulations. So this is your 5th season as host of the podcast. That excerpt took me out. I mean, we talk about the complexities and understanding of love. Take me behind that story, because that's not your everyday, I was walking through the park, he said hello, and there we were walking down the aisle.
No, although the guy did fall off a tree in a park, which is how he got amnesia, so there's some park involvement. This is a story that sounds like a rom-com, almost, right? A girl and a boy date for 3 years, then they break up, and just a few months after their breakup, he falls off the tree, like I said, and he loses his memory completely. He forgets their entire relationship and also their breakup. And so she has to tell him their love story, even though he lived it, back to him. And she has to decide whether and how she tells him about their breakup. So I don't want to spoil the end, but everyone should listen.
This is incredible. So you've said that about the job that you have. I am thrilled about this role because it allows me to professionally explore something I already think about all the time, and that is love in its messiness and its multiplicity and mystery. But then you go on to say one of the things that you've learned is that dating sucks, period.
It sounds like the Tam fam maybe agrees. Do you agree?
Dating is tough.
Dating is tough, yeah.
But love is good when you get there.
Totally. I mean, I think the thread throughout the show is that love is messy, right? Yeah. It's really messy.
How do you define messy?
It's a great question. I think it's the very human experience of working through how to love someone. Like, love is beautiful, but it's also very hard, right?
What do you think makes it hard?
There's no manual for how to be a perfect partner or a perfect sister or a perfect grandma. Right. There's no manual for it. So really, we have to figure out how to do it just by living and by loving other people. And I think that's messy.
It is. It is complicated.
So complicated.
You share your own personal confession on the podcast. Now, it's a fantasy of finding love while flying. Take a listen.
Every time I get on a plane, I'm secretly praying that a hot person sits next to me. It doesn't matter if I'm single or in a relationship, I still want a hottie next to me. I want to make flirty conversation as we float through the clouds. I want to make jokes about the bad food and the bad wine and cheers it in little plastic cups. I want to fall asleep and wake up with my head just gently resting on their shoulder.
I do.
I'm laughing because my hairstylist of 20 years, Johnny, literally every flight he comes back, I met him. I met the one. I met the one on a plane.
I'm so jealous of John. It's never happened to me.
Oh, so that was your fantasy?
That was my fantasy.
You've revealed you have a boyfriend, Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
he's watching.
Okay.
He's watching.
What was that? What is that laugh?
No, I'm just, hi, Brad.
So, did you meet Brad on a flight? And why did you laugh? Because he brings joy to you? It's the mention of his name, you look at you.
I didn't know that you knew the name Tamron.
Oh, was I not supposed to tell Brad
No,
tonight?
I love it. I love it. I told your producers, but of course they told. No, I didn't meet him on a plane. I met him on a dating app, which feels a little bit more like.
But that's modern love.
Totally, that's modern love. Yeah, we met him on a dating app. You know, it's new, but I will say, I think that in doing the show, I've learned a lot of lessons about how to be a good partner. I mean, you have to fact check that with him, but I think that so much of the job is talking to people about the biggest stories in their lives, right? Which really requires me to build a lot of trust with folks. And I think that makes me an empathetic listener and a curious question asker. And I hope that makes me a good girlfriend, too.
Well, I think Brad can call in. You can call me and let me know, Brad. So, I love this. You're having your first ever Modern Love live event, Tribeca Film Festival, in June with Kim Cattrall.
I know, Kim Cattrall.
I love Kim. I love her.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
So this is a big deal because it's a live event.
It is, yeah. It's a live event. If you're in New York, June 14th, there are still tickets. I would love to see you there. It's going to be a deep dive into all things Modern Love, our podcast, our column, our TV
the books,
show.
everything.
Everything.
Oh, I love it.
And she's going to read a very steamy Modern Love essay, so I hope you can come. It's going to be a great conversation.
Well, that's a tease. Congratulations. I love it. The new season of Modern Love podcast starts